Assalamu alaikum, everyone. And I'm back, or we're back at Uma Matters. It's been a long time. I hope everyone's doing good. Happy Ramadan Mubarak to everyone. So we have joining us. Well, Salam enemy gone crazy. How you doing, brother? Can you hear me? For those who want to join, you can join with this link. Come on, join us. So yeah, it's Ramadan, and hope everyone's having a good Ramadan um so far. Hopefully, you guys not struggling or anything. Um, few things we can talk about. I don't know what you guys want to talk about today, but we can start a topic and speak about that topic today, inshallah. Um, does anybody have topics that they want to talk about today, or anything that maybe we could learn together? MMA gone crazy. Definitely, guys, subscribe to his channel. He's a good brother, old school. Yeah. Sad about I'm sure you guys heard about Tennessee, or was it Tennessee or Nashville? Some mass shooting at school um in Nashville, and come to see that it was a um I believe a transsexual that had committed the violence. So I'm not sure what kind of war we're having now. Is this a gender war now, or what are we talking about? Yeah, man, very horrible, very horrible. But what can we do? So I'm gonna go ahead and pick out a topic, guys, today, inshallah, that we can talk about. Because it's all about knowledge, right? It's all about knowledge. Give me a second, guys. Let's go ahead and pop out some knowledge here. All right. So let's see what we want to talk about today. No, since it is Ramadan, there's few things that maybe we should talk about. And maybe it's the number one thing I think we should talk about today is practical ways where we can improve our Quran readings, especially in Ramadan. Because of course, we should always you know pray and and read the Quran as much as you can, especially at this month. So Ramadan is a time when we're supposed to flock to the Quran and read it day and night. And then we hear that reading the Quran during Ramadan gives us spiritual rejuvenation, that is crucial for our faith every year. And we also know individuals uh, for whom this has been proven true. But when a person is struggling with reading the Arabic script or their recitation in general, having a lot of one-on-one time with the Holy Book can be emotionally taxing. We feel frustrated, embarrassed, fatigued, anxious, guilty, disheartened, even unmotivated, or any of the other mix of negative emotions as this through thought runs through our minds. We're thinking about, oh, I'm doing this wrong. No, it's emotional toll. It makes sitting down and opening up that sacred book a difficult task to get to every day, even if you want to. I'm not sure if anyone has had that type of feeling before. Especially reverts. I'm sure you probably went through this struggle. Even the Prophet Sallallahu knows how excruciating it can be to persist in learning to read the Quran better. He said in a hadith reported by Aisha, anhu, one who is skilled in the Quran is associated with the noble, upright recording angels, and he who falters when he recites the Quran and finds it difficult for him will have a double reward. This is in Sahih Sunan Abi Dawud, 1454. So let me read that one more time to you guys. One who is skilled in the Quran is associated with the nobles, upright recording angels, and he who falters when he recites the Quran and finds it difficult for him will have a double reward. Subhanallah. So this is the same hadith, you know, that can comfort you, as frustrated tears run down, your cheeks or in your classes, or uh, just tell yourself, it's hard, annoying, and seemingly pointless at times, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sees the struggle is real and will reward you in proportion to your battles. So a new Ramadan goal. This Ramadan, I propose something different when it comes to reading the Quran. Maybe you should focus on improving one, two, or three reading elements instead of simply achieving a high page count. So from this Ramadan onwards, an individual's Quran reading and recitation improves in one way for good. I know everyone's busy, but this is an achievable goal, that will lead you to significant wins and long runs, inshallah. But, one second. Subhanallah, man, that's good. Yeah, many of us have learned to read the Quran as we were children. But reverts who revert to this religion don't have the upper hand like like some of us do. But I made it a habit to read the Quran. I made it a habit to read the Quran at least once a day, once or twice a day, even if it is one ayah. I read the translation. When I struggle with the word, I read the translation. Oh, mashallah, man. That's good. That's good advice right there. If you can't translate it, just read the transliteration to help you. Thanks for that advice right there, MMA. Thanks for the heads up on that one, brother. Yeah. So we keep going here. I don't want to put too much time. I normally watch. I normally do like half an hour. Not want talk too much. So, which one thing do you focus on this month? Um, I'll give you some points on what you should focus on this month if you can. This is my suggestion, but of course, um, you're free to do whichever way you want to. The number one thing, the first one I would focus on is quality over quantity. So instead of finishing a significant portion or the entire Quran this year, set a goal regarding minutes spent reading. Focus reading on a portion of the Quran well and improving your ability to read it. Whether it's just a few lines, a half forgotten surah you want to memorize, or entire juz. I would suggest the first stop is always Surah Al Fatiha. Read Surah Al Fatiha. So if you only improve on one surah, that's a good improvement for Ramadan. The second thing I would recommend you doing is fixing your vowel sounds. I don't know what else to say. The sentence is hands down genius. I'm sure you heard the sentence. This cool cat feels awesome. I don't know what else to say about that, but this sentence gives you a template. So what I would suggest you guys reading the Quran correctly. Um, I'll definitely recommend you checking out the video. I think on Surat Al Kafirun to help you improve your vowel sounds and learn how to implement this sentence in future readings. The third point I would say is pinpoint 1 to 3 letters you're working on this Ramadan. We all have those letters that haunt us and taunt us at no end. It's time to improve 1, 2, or 3 of those letters this year. Whichever a couple of letters you choose to focus on, you bet you'll find incredible tricks and tips in the holy grail of all alphabet sound videos. You can also poke around Quran Revolutions, like YouTube pages to see more Q&A type videos about the about each letter. The fourth thing I'll say is recite slowly. If you're a speedy Quran reciter who has been regurgitating what you have memorized as a child at top speed, you're likely spelling pseudo Arabic alphabet soup when you read it. If you do, slow your reading to a nice, like a turtle, not a hair pace. You have a fighting chance to pronounce things better. Some people might say, "How slow?" Try reading the first line of Surat Al Fatiha in 7 seconds. You may also find that you can't recite slowly. This problem you can fix by rememorizing the portion of the Quran you're reviewing. I've seen that a lot. People reading really fast and they don't pronounce the verses correctly, or they forget a verse, right? So that's a great tip to do. Read Surah Fatiha, the first line, in 7 seconds. So it's all about patience. Reading it slow, but making sure you recite it. Because remember, words in the Quran, each word has a meaning to it. If you change that word, the ayah is not there anymore. That meaning is not there anymore. The fifth tip I would say is repeat and loop to build fluency. If you're a jerky reader who has trouble connecting letters or words to achieve a flow to your reading, try repeating and looping as you read. To do this, read the first word in the ayah, get comfortable with it, and repeat it as many times as you need to. Then read the following word in the ayah and repeat it as many times as you need to. Loop back to the first word and connect the two words. Then repeat the combination until you're good. Go on and pick up the third word and loop back. Repeat this with every additional word until you reach the end of the ayah. The sixth point I would say is quiz yourself on what's written on the page. So if you know your reading is weak because you struggle to interpret the marks on the page into sounds, or if you look at the above tip, repeat and loop, you feel as if you aren't quite there yet. So try this tip. Open to whatever surah you're focusing on this Ramadan and simply identify each letter and marcation. Marcation meaning haraka or tashkil. You go through and point out each letter first, or go in order of what you see and mention letters by name, sound, or both, and their vowel marks together. Doing this regularly in various sections of the Quran as a sub quiz can help you build your speed in reading simply based on getting more proficient at identifying what is on the page. Great way to do it is just try it with one line a day. Number seven, practice regularly. Setting aside just 3 minutes a day is terrific. You can also tie regular practice throughout the day to certain activities, like anytime you get in the car to drive, after you finish praying at home, or whenever you wash dishes. What do I mean by practice? You can practice making sounds of problem letters, like running through the letter line. The fatah, the kasra, the dhamma, the sakun, sounds of the letters. You can also read an ayah or surah, taking your time to stop and fine tune letters. If you're focusing on one surah this Ramadan, let it be Surah Fatiha. And the reason why is because it's the bread and butter of prayer. If you don't know Surah Fatiha, you guys know that you guys can't pray. In every prayer, Surah Fatiha is included. So learn Surah Fatiha, if anything. And you find that this forces you to practice the Surah multiple times daily. This way you sneak in that extra practice time. Lastly, of course, obvious. Don't forget to make dua to improve. Asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help, pray to read and recite better as well as become a more godly person and love the Quran more and more. Don't just focus on the outer elements of the connecting to the Quran. Also ask for your relationship to deepen when its meaning and lessons. So, like I said, hopefully these will help you get better with your um, helpful with reading your recitations better. Um, there is one thing I want to clarify for struggling readers is that there isn't a stage you get to when you master the reading and reciting of the Quran. That's about it. Reading and reciting is like working out. Even masters consistently, like the best readers, constantly exercise to stay in shape. So after hearing all this, if you got anything out of it, hopefully it'll help you this Ramadan, inshallah. Just don't think that since you struggle with the Quran that you shouldn't read it. Motivate yourself. Try these tips out. ask somebody to give you feedback, like a friend, a teacher, somebody they can read to, and of course, they can give you feedback as well. But just don't um, get so frustrated that you just want to stay away from the Quran. All right, read it as much as you can, like I said, inshallah. Um, MMA got gone crazy. But all right, guys, that's enough for today, inshallah. I just wanted to say assalamu alaikum to all the brothers and sisters, from back in the days. Um, I'm still here, around. Inshallah, maybe I might have some more live channel discussions and have some people on the panel, some new people, inshallah. But keep me in your duas, and inshallah, keep the ummah in your duas as well. And assalamu alaikum.